So a few new Illuminate have been added to the game, namely the Interloper, the Crescent Overseer, and the Flesh Mob. These new enemies have spiced up the battlefield, upped the challenge of the faction, and shaken the tree as far as the best gear to combat them. So let's break down their stats, weaknesses, and attack patterns so you can have all the information you need to come out on top in your next Helldive. The meatball is a massive bag of hit points, or a bullet sponge, if you will. All damage dealt is done directly to its main health of 6,000 points. For context, this is how much main health a Bile Titan has, with one exception, as any damage to its arms only deals 25% damage to the main health pool, making them by far the worst place for you to attack. The legs have only 400 health, but reducing this pool to zero does not cause the quarter pounder to die or even slow down for that matter. However, all damage dealt to the legs is still at least transmitted to that 6,000 health pool. The head chunks, of which there are 8, have 400 health each. However, destroying them all does not kill the flesh mob because the heads have been destroyed. It kills it because you've likely dealt 6,000 damage, meaning these are not a weak point specifically and have no fatal tag to indicate otherwise. All the flesh mob's body parts are also 25% durable, meaning weapons with weak structural damage will be operating at a significant penalty when attempting to bring the beast down. So, what are the best ways to kill this thing? Well, only the arms on the beast have explosive immunity. This means weapons that deal explosive damage, like the grenade launcher, crossbow, autocannon on either mode, wasp, and so on, can all inflict their explosive damage multiple times against the enemy as long as the extra parts still have health remaining, as the head chunks and legs only resist 25% of all explosive damage received. This, in most cases, multiplies the damage dealt several times over by explosives used against them, and makes shrapnel particularly deadly due to there being lots of individual parts to deal damage to. As a few good examples, the Wasp will drop a flesh mob in an average of 4 hits, the autocannon in 5, and either the MG43 or HMG will take them down within about half a magazine due to the high DPS weaponry also being an effective answer. As another example, all assault rifles, besides the penetrator and adjudicator, are capable of dropping the flesh mob within about 2 magazines due to them having no armor to speak of anywhere on their body. The flesh mob also only has two attacks, one being a lumbering, half hearted, continual swiping attack in its vicinity, which can be outran and easily kited. The other, a full force charging attack, similar to Terminid charges performed after they yell upwards, which is often too fast to outrun, even for ultralight armor, meaning your best bet is to break its ankles and dive to the side or past the creature as it comes at you. If any attacks land from the flesh mob, the Helldiver will be ragdolled and likely killed shortly after. If an oncoming flesh mob hit is unavoidable, make sure to pre-stim to give yourself the best chance at survival, especially if teammates are nearby to lend assistance. Next, the Interloper, also known as the Stingray. Arrowhead has not specified which is correct, and even more confusingly, pinging one of these aircraft has your Helldiver yell out that they're a bot, implying there is some residuals left over after using a gunship as the base for creating this new enemy. Stingray is likely the intended name, in my opinion, though. This is because Stingray is the name of the engine Helldivers is built on, and considering they're both prone to frequent crashes, I would say this name makes the most sense. The Interloper only has 800 health and one health pool between all its parts. Each part of the aircraft has level 3 armor, also known as medium armor. Notably, the thrusters on the back are the weakest point on the ship with only 50% durability, while the rest of the entire ship has 70% durability. So, low durable damage weapons are far less effective than those with high durable damage, such as the autocannon or explosive damage, which ignores durability altogether, like the Wasp launcher with its 600 explosive damage per rocket. Although any weapon with at least medium penetration can be used to take them down quite quickly, like the Eruptor, in as little as one shot. The real challenge of destroying the Interloper comes with its high mobility. While weapons like the Spear and Wasp can lock on and will follow the target indefinitely, making them great answers, other weapons can only realistically eliminate them when they are beginning their attack or in the middle of it. The Interloper has an omnipotent hearing range, allowing it to target Helldivers anywhere on the map at any time for even the faintest of sounds, making avoidance nearly impossible. Once the Interloper has locked onto a Helldiver, it will sink into a hovering position before lighting up a path, indicating where its strafing run will fire, giving you one of your only warnings to get out of the way. This is particularly dangerous around sidewalks and destroyed buildings where the glowing path can be obscured by the terrain or just not visible at all. Any Helldiver caught in the blast is almost assured to die unless running explosive resistant or arc resistant armor, although going prone and praying can also save you due to the prone position, mitigating 90% of explosive damage in the outer radius. Just hope you happen to be in the outer radius of the blasts or you're cooked. If you react fast enough, you can dive out of the way, while options like the jump pack and the hover pack can ensure your safety if activated in time. The parked warp ships change has also had a big impact on what will and won't destroy them. Any explosive with 20 or more demolition force through either open door with the shield down works, or any 50 demolition force impact like the 500 kg gas strike direct impact or orbital laser will instantly destroy them through the shield, same as always. What's changed is now instead of the body of the warp ship being indestructible outside of having enough demo force, they now have only class 5 armor, meaning thermite grenades taped to the outside, even with the shields up, airstrikes, AT launchers, and so on, can be used to destroy the ship when they previously did absolutely nothing to the hull's exterior. Warp ships have 2,000 max health with 2,500 health shields that regenerate rapidly even while being damaged. Finally, the new Crescent Overseer fires a Halo Wraith style shoulder mounted mortar launcher that's very reminiscent of our own Plasma Punisher, which they clearly undemocratically stole from us. They're capable of rapid fire and tracking your position from as far as 60 meters away from behind terrain, making them difficult to engage if there happens to be also a horde of voteless and other overseers in your way. But up close, they're not capable of engaging in nearly as threatening melee combat as stick seers and have a much lower and inaccurate fire rate. They deal explosive damage as well, meaning yet another win for explosive resistant armor. As far as the anatomy of the Crescent Overseer and what works best against them, it's the same as the other two in every way. But just to recap so everyone's aware of the best way to eliminate them, Overseers in general have 600 main health with 0 armor that's damaged anywhere on their limbs or torso, and a head health pool with medium armor and 150 health. Both of these hitboxes are considered lethal and will result in the squid's death if depleted to 0. However, all parts of the body, aside from the head, which is all one hit location, has plates of light armor on it that transfers only 20% of the damage they receive to the main health pool. These plates cannot be bypassed by anything other than explosive weaponry, which permeates through the armor and damages the body directly, making weapons like the Plasma Scorcher and Plasma Purifier extremely strong options for eliminating them consistently with minimal effort with just a couple shots anywhere on their bodies. Medium penetrating weapons or higher can also take the overseers out rapidly with headshots. For example, the Senator and AMR are both capable of one-shot kills on the head of overseers due to them overwhelming the armor with raw firepower. Additionally, high DPS automatics do fairly well due to their ability to quickly strip away the armor on the body, getting to the calamari underneath with rapid efficiency. That about does it for my breakdown of the new squids, although I refuse to believe this is all the invasion force has planned for us. If you want to be prepared for the next wave of Illuminate coming to a super Earth near you, be sure to subscribe to the channel to receive a notification when my coverage of the next batch of squids goes live. And if you found this video helpful, I'd appreciate it if you dropped a like and comment so I know there's continual interest in my coverage of Helldivers too. Thank you for watching till the end, and thank you to my coffee supporters who help keep the channel going. I'll see you next time.